up and you just go about it without any plan. Now, it's often said that the daily habits, the daily habit you maintain determine what your tomorrow will look like. It's the same thing for sales. The daily activities you carry out is what determines whether you sell. And when I started selling, I decided that I was going to study marketing, sales in Abuja. I was going to check out how it works. And so I started studying it. And guess what I discovered? I realized when we started selling, I now realized that every month that we are serious with our activities, whatsoever we do in February produces the results in March. What we do in March produces the results in April. That's how real estate works. If you don't put in any effort, don't expect any results. Maybe occasionally, the months where we don't call, where we don't do all the regular sales activity, the following month, that month we may get results from the past month, but the following month, there will be no results. So I hope you understand what I mean. So what I'm saying in essence is that your daily habit is very, very important. Your sales activity is very, very important. So what should you put into your daily habit as a result? I'm going to share a little bit of what I have on my schedule. I think the last schedule I have 25 days. I have 25 days structure planned already. In fact, I think I have 25 days, up to 4 or 5 days planned already. And even up to close for the next 25 days. I had it planned already. And so I knew what I was doing on a daily basis. Nothing was going to shift it. I knew I wasn't going out of time. I knew that in the next 25 days, every day, I must tick all these boxes for me to be able to get results. So part of I may not be telling you based on your schedule, you may be able to work in some things that could be made. But as a sales rep on a daily basis, you are supposed to be contacting clients. You are supposed to be reaching out to people. So you can put it on your list and decide that every day I want to call 5 people, every day I want to call 10. On my list, I'm supposed to reach out to 10 people daily. They don't all have to be new. I could just chat up about 10 people, old people that I've spoken to, even people who have called. I still reach out to them. But I know they have to call 10 new people. To what's come to work, then I'll do fine. Wow. That is where your sales come from. If you are not prospecting, don't expect any results. So your activity is very important. And then the other part of being an impactful person, information marketing. On my schedule, I'm supposed to send out broadcasts on Tuesday and on Friday. The last broadcast I sent out was yesterday. I told people we have a project that I told people that that 1 ton of do you know the number of iron in a ton of 16 mm? I'm an architect, so I'm tending towards my field. So you can pick anywhere. How many of you know for that journey? He's an architect. He's a real estate developer. Do you know that they will sell without stress? He's an industry. I'm a follower. I want to patronize this person. No, this person definitely know what he or she is doing. So I have to buy from this person. You would listen. People buy from people they trust, they like, and they know. When they start hearing you. So even if you feel like your social media presence is not strong, the few people that see it, they acknowledge. And let me tell you why. I once run a full construction training class. I taught people how to run construction business. Regularly, I dished out information, but when I got into real estate, I took a course and stopped. Do you know that I didn't know that people were watching? But some people reached out to me and told me you are not sharing information with us today. The information you were sharing with us was beneficial. Why? Irrespective of how you feel your followers that they are benefiting. So have it on your schedule. That's why your daily habits is important. Now, next daily habit, you must be calling, you must sending out social media, post what you have, but don't just post what you have. You need to have value. That's information marketing, share value. So I shared with people, there's 34 pieces, 20 mm pieces of value. There's 94, 12 mm. That's my industry. And there was a time I shared with people abroad, if you want to buy a house in Abuja, house in Ube, social amount, house in Guaripa, social amount, and I did it like a newspaper publication. Guess how many people reached out to me? and somebody sent me a referral of somebody in the diaspora. Just because of that. So I have my 5 people reaching out to me. It was not a broadcast of the existing contact. What I'm saying in essence is that your leads, your sales come from your daily activities. It's not something massive or big. What are you doing on daily? Are you just waking up and expecting a miracle to happen? Are you doing anything about it? So it's very, very important. So next to it is time management. Everything is tied together. I think the first 3 points of what I'll be talking about. So I mentioned earlier that I had 25 days structure up from October to November. I already knew what I was going to do in the next 25 days. I've said it over and over again. Most successful people have to do this. You have it, or you just wake up as you go to go on it. So you need to come up with a to-do list. You need to structure your life, time management. Decide on what you're doing. And guess what? You don't have to work all the way through. You take some time off. But then the best part of having a structured life is when you derail, you know. Because you have a structured life. When you are not doing what you're supposed to do, nobody has to tell you to do. But you don't have any structure at all. You are just living it. You don't even know if you're on the path or if you are not. And that's the reason why it's very important. So when you now have this structured life, your sales activity will become part of the structure you are putting in place. I believe you get what I'm saying. The structure is part of appearance, grooming, and everything. They all come in your structure. You put them there. It comes in your structure because these things are very, very important. In the end, this is what determines whether you sell or not. That's what determines your sales. So let me still share this. I like to share testimonial. But after I sold small property. I sold blocks 600,000, sold house 3 million in a remote place. I didn't even know the so you should list are selling on property pro list on GG. It's not part of this platform. Consider it a bonus. List on GG. So it was on property pro that the quantity that's why reached out to me. I didn't know the person sent his brother, they checked the property, they paid. In fact, he paid the money to me, I gave it to the owner of the house to settle that bill. After that, I was at a point that I didn't know where the next sales was coming to. Now I know some of you when will I be getting 10 or 20 people that I will be calling everything? Remind me. I'm going to tell you, remind me later. I'm going to tell you that. So I was at the point. Now, when I was at that point, I didn't know what to do. I now decided to read. That's why you need to get knowledge. I read Unlimited Sales, and then I saw there that carry on daily activity, your sales activity, and go about your sales activity. Don't worry about the result. I decided to abide by it. So when I got to the office, I marked out 2 hours, 10 to 12. I was going into the conference room, and I was scared. I didn't know if they were going to respond. When you just start calling, you feel that way. I knew I just had to call 20 people on a daily basis. I did it like a ritual every single day. Every single day, I entered the conference room, I called. My name is Soko. Showed interest in social property. I'm calling you concerning this. What exactly do you want? I go on talking. At times, when I started, I was so scared. When I called them, I said, this phone call is not available. I was rejoicing. I was happy. As far as I marked my 20, the goal was consistency. So even out of the 20, if it's only 5 that answered me, I would be happy and call 20. That's my business. I just want to call 20. So guess what change came from me? For 30 days. When I mentioned who didn't show up, if I didn't decide to be calling them on daily basis, the person did not come, then the person showed up. The person bought my first 60 million naira house from me. That changed came for me. So I thought, okay, is the activity that helps you. If you're not doing anything, you are getting no sale. The activity you do is what produces the result. After I got part of what I had on my top, I went on, looked at our page in last year or 2 years ago. I went to site, even though from Lagos there, I did live video. I didn't know whether anybody was watching or not, but it was making a difference. I went to site, I did live video. That was what I was doing. I was posting on my status. I was educating people. Everything I did every day, I was updating people. I was saying, in fact, I think there was a month that I was counting how many customers we took to site that month. I think we had 36 or 30 something that particular month. And I was counting every phone call we made on a daily basis. I was counting every phone call we made per month. And then when I go end up with this, I'm like, okay, this is what we were able to achieve. I put it there. And guess what? People started knowing me. They started reaching out. And the first person, and that brought about the change. Do you understand what I'm saying? That's the reason why the first point I took was the activity. Your activity determines your result. So if you are sleeping and you're not doing anything and you have set a goal of 10 billion naira, yes, you will get 10 billion naira inside your book where you wrote it. Not enough set a goal. You have to decide on what you want to do. Don't worry about the results. Because instead of just doing your own thing, show up, be impactful, maintain good daily habits, structure your life. Okay, then the next thing I have is your mindset. This is very important. Your mindset is key. And I read a book, since How to Become a Millionaire. I think it was one of the earliest books I read, and I read The Richest Man in Babylon. And I think the book How to Become a Millionaire says, then I've not become a millionaire then. When you wake up, look into the mirror, tell yourself, I like myself, and I have 1 million naira in assets, or is it 10 million naira in assets? I give it every single thing when I wake up. Now, let me tell you what affirmation, what it does for you. Now, what it does for you that make you are not going to sabotage yourself. Any opportunity that beyond your money is 100,000. Guess what? It was legit. I got contract document. I got everything. I was scared that police is going to arrest me. Why? There was a problem with my money ceiling. I was earning 40,000 naira a month. I now did one thing in 3 days, and now I said, what do you think is going to happen? So I removed the money and paid it to my Echo Bank, and I was thinking in my mind that in case if they want to arrest me, I'll just give them the money back. What was the legit contract? They gave me a deal to do. I decided to look for other means of supply and work out. What am I saying in essence? Your mindset is important. If you don't believe you can close a 1 billion naira deal, it's not going to happen. You will hear so many people say that before they actually begin to work in the reality of the billion, they see it. They already think in their mind, I'm becoming a billionaire. This is where I'm going. They are seeing it already. They are mapping it. They are working towards it. So your mindset is important. The people you surround yourself with, the things you listen to, you have to be intentional about them. It helps you to be confident. It helps you to know that, okay, this is possible. What you want to accomplish is possible. This person can do it. Even one of the person who encouraged me earlier was this woman. I think I just stumbled on her one day before I know she got. I was following her back to back. I listened to her laugh. How come a woman? How is it possible? I kept listening to her story, and I thought, okay, it's possible. One day I'm going to become like this woman. Then I came upon Dr. Simi during COVID. What person? How come? You understand what I'm saying? So the people you listen to, they influence your life. They influence your life. So your mindset is very important. And for your mindset to be good, it's based on what you hear and the people you listen to. So you have to ensure that you are intentional about them. And I have an affirmation. Don't forget the affirmation. If you are not confident, use the affirmation for your business. Use it for success. And I have self-development. You need to keep learning. Now, let me tell you one thing about I told you before that my first sale was 600,000, then 3 million, then 61. Self-development over time. It kept going up, it kept going up, it kept going up. You understand what I mean? So There was a time that I was really, really desperate to do clothes in videos. But then naturally, bigger sales started coming by itself. Why? You don't start climbing from more. You climb from here and you go up. As you develop yourself, more results happen naturally. You know, more people trust you. They will give you more recommendations. Even people who got little from you can give you recommendations for people who can buy more. And then let's talk about develop trust and relationship. That's very, very important. I think part of the difference between reactors that do big numbers and the people who are not is not maintaining a relationship. You need to maintain a relationship with people that you are close with. Why? They can give you a referral. Not because you want anything from them, but don't end your relationship with people. Okay, this person got attract commission, attract this, everybody go their way. What about relationship? One person can buy 5,000 from you. Do you know that? One person can give you a life-changing deal. One person. And I think I heard once somebody mentioned that somebody bought maybe 15 million, and then that person gave them a referral for a deal that is almost $1 billion. One single person. I also have a colleague who said that one person came, brought his brother, they bought 3 houses, 350 million naira from a developer. They bought it, each is 350 million naira because they know one person. Some people are just like that. Maybe you may not see plenty of them outside, but you may not know which relationship is important. It was part of what I learned early in Abuja. Some people you don't know can give you relationships that are so good. But how to get into that? How is your attitude? How is your attitude in dealing with the clients? It doesn't matter if the client responds rashly. At times, clients will respond rashly, especially if you go call. You explain people who are so hard, who will shout at you, who will give words. Try your best to maintain, to ensure that you are self-controlled. Building trust, building relationship is very important because return sales. Some people will buy two, some people will buy three, and some people are just interested in red store. That's what they do as business. And you may not know, they may just buy one from you, but they bought four from elsewhere. Now, if you have a relationship with them, they tend to buy others. I have a colleague in Lagos who told me that she got a car last year from selling a property for the company. Guess where she got the wine from? She's not the owner of the wine. She trusts the customer. The customer trusts. She has a relationship with the client, and then the client trusts, and then the client says, "Come, I saw a house somewhere. I saw something. Go and check the house. Is it at the company?" And she went and said, "They are good. The house is this." But the man says, "Okay, get me the phone." The man got through her. She got the commission and got rewarded for it. That's what happens when you develop credibility. You now have experiences that I had a client who bought one property, disappear land from Jesus, bought it from me. And then the client called me, "Hey, I want to buy 2 plots of land now. Where do you suggest I buy from?" Guess what? I gave her a recommendation. No, she said, "I want to buy one at the they say it's at total place. It's here. What do you think?" I told her to wait, let me make a buy and did. I told her. She now said, "I want to buy one more. Maybe where do you suggest I buy from?" I looked at it, I said, "Okay, buy from this company, buy from this company." Okay. I didn't go after the agent because But if I wanted to, I would have told her not to worry, just sit down and follow my behalf. You understand what I mean? What I'm saying is that from relationship, you get results. From relationship, you get results. And I have learn sales psychology. Sales psychology must be emotionally intelligent. How does it work? Now let me talk about that. This is very, very important. Maybe it's a part that I really wouldn't want to go into very, very well, but I will now. Sales psychology, how to determine what the client wants. The emotion of the client, you have to check it out. How do you get that? Ask the right question. So while conversing with customers, you have to ask them the right question. If you don't know what they want, it's more difficult to sell to them. So they are not just telling people, "I have this there, I have that," especially for those of you who sell in houses and landed property. For landed property, it's easier. They will buy land anywhere. For houses, those people, they want specific requests. So So you have to ensure that you ask the right question. Ask the right question, and the right question will help. Government parastatal, it marketing to them. So because of visiting and marketing to the government parastatal, they invited them. There was an event. So they went for the event, and then they gave them the opportunity and told them that they were going to send about 30 to 40 representatives to go and check the estate. The man chartered the bus. I think chartered one or two, slowed them down. They inspected the property and the report. So what am I saying? You can sell to many too by visiting organization for houses. It works for land, it works easily. You could approach cooperative, approach organization, approach businesses that have cooperative, that you could go through that cooperative. But of course, you have to promise them something for them to be able to come to, even if you have to split the commission. I believe that for if you sell to 50 people, even if you have bring in such structure for you can work, you can sell to many people at once. I've heard of other people who sold several properties. I just told you about somebody who sold three from networking. I think that again. But it works majorly in organization and cooperative, especially if it's government parastatal for those properties don't have very million naira. It works for that because usually people in cooperative, the budget is usually a little bit lower. So it works for that. Then
Yeah, I think I'm giving you enough in terms of that. Then, yeah. Okay, follow up. Yeah, the act of follow up. You must learn to follow up. So if you code very well, if you get clients and if you don't follow them up, you just realize that they will tell you we are bought. Even in my office, if they don't call and follow up well, somebody may chat you, you just realize that they told you that they are bought already. They are bought already. Why? Real estate, some people buy. Real estate, some people will buy immediately. We have had people who bought immediately. Like somebody will say, no, yeah, bring the phone to my house, follow me. They'll pay immediately. But you have some people who will keep coming. We have somebody who showed interest in November, we took her for inspection. She traveled abroad and came back and went to buy in January. And we see somebody that you have to keep following them up. Hello, sir, are you back in town? You are not in town. You keep calling them until they come. It's when they come. That's the reason why I said the work you do now gives you the result for next month. Because real estate is not like you going to buy pepper in the market. So some people will buy right on the spot immediately when there's sales, promotion, when you have launching, people will buy on the spot before the deadline. But for high ticket properties, some of them you have to, go gently with them. You have to keep up with them, follow up, and ensure that you are still in the picture when they are ready with the money. They don't go to somebody else because they're not the only one calling them. I'm sure you know. You are not the only one calling them. There are people who are getting results, who are calling on daily basis, who are also hunting after those clients that you are hunting after. We have had situation where we call some clients, somebody just come in and said to you, I don't from our company, you have to come and sell our own seed. Do you understand what I mean? So this follow up, you can't skip on it. We have had somebody who indicated interest in a property in the night and in the morning, the boss. So follow up is very, very important. To follow up, you must ensure that I'm almost on my last. Okay, I'm almost on my last one. Yeah, let me just jump to the last point now. The last point is the God factor. Yes, God factor. I usually don't talk about this, but let me mention the God factor. God factor is very, very important in case you don't know. See, irrespective of your religion or whatsoever, it's important for you to pray concerning your business. Trust God to give you comfort on your business. In fact, if you need to fast on your business. Some deals may never come true except you fast and pray. Some deals won't close. And then when you have deals in the pipeline, I encourage you to pray about it so that you can get results. So God factor is very, very important. Irrespective of how much effort you put in the physical, you need to still put your business in prayer and ask God to help you. When you have things, commit it to God. When you make sales, be grateful to God. And when you're talking about the sale, associate the glory to God and the person who helped you to get the sale. And still keep working on it. After you have done everything is not enough. God factor brings favor upon you. And then you see that you are getting results and people are like, what's happening? The place of fasting and prayer. I don't know how many of you listen to Papa very well. He mentions it a lot. He said before he consulted for NNPC or GTB Bank, he said the fasted for 52 days. I'm not saying to go fast for 52 days. He fasted, saying, God, I want to be in the room with these people. Well, I hope I got it correctly, whether it's 52 or actually, but he fasted anyway. If you follow him, I'm trying to get that information. Don't give out God factor. I've had some deals that I didn't fast, but I had to stay up at night and pray that God, let this thing go smoothly, perfect it, make it happen, and it work out. So please, don't leave out the place of God. He works in the physical, you do everything for God, perfect it, and bring the favor of God. So I believe that you have learned from everything yourself. What?
So here, there is a question and then answer. Thank you. Thank you. Please, let's give a round of applause to the panel. Our online viewers, are you there? Please, if your hands are not busy, please let's appreciate our speaker and learn a little, especially the aspect of God factor. You must be using something or something will use you, right? I learned that and I started coming close to God the more, like our previous speaker said. So in this industry, you must be using something. And for we in GTEx, we are using the Holy Ghost. Somebody say amen. Amen. All right. So Isaac, are you there?
Yes, I'm here. All right, thank you so much, Mr. Ikena. Thank you, Architect Busayo Aderemi. That was a very, very fantastic session. If you've gotten value, just drop in the chat box, say value, 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 value. There's a lot of value right here. And I can assure you that the next section will be power packed. Will be really, really power packed. We have the Odogo in the building. Ladies and gentlemen, please let's put our hands together just to appreciate the presence of our amazing chairman who has joined us in person of Dr. Stephen Akintayo. Thank you so much. We really, really honor your presence, sir. So, ladies and gentlemen, as we proceed, please let's do well to ensure that we don't miss any part of this session. For our physical audience and virtual audience, from the first speaker, Dr. Ogena, who has shared, the part of using real estate to build a legacy. And we had a lot of case studies that she also shared with us, on how we can put these things into practical, practice. And even to the second speaker as well, Architect Busayo Aderemi, who has trained us on mastery of sales as a realtor. I believe we have gotten a lot of value so far. Some of the things I've picked, from the first and second speaker session is the more you give value, the less you need to chase clients. Another thing I've learned is excellence plus authenticity plus integrity is very key. Another thing I've learned is you must learn to choose transformation over transactions. So I must learn to choose transformation over transactions. Another thing I've learned is I must choose legacies over businesses. Legacies over businesses. And then I must choose to be an impact maker. So it's a lot of value. This is just, 10% of the things we've learned so far today. But I can assure you that as we proceed, our lives will not remain the same, because this next section, will be a power-packed session where our amazing chairman, GTEx Holdings, will be training us in-depthly and will be giving us a lot of, insights. Ladies and gentlemen, for someone who has built a company from 1,000 naira to a multi, billion venture, it's a lot of value that is about to be unleashed. And you cannot afford to miss any part of this. Like I always say, in GTEx, we don't just sell lands, and you must also see beyond that, just not normal vision. Our chairman will always say something that you must be abnormal. There's a way your thinking must be, that you cannot think like the normal person. There's a way your vision will be, that it will be beyond the normal. And one of the things we've learned is when you have vision, that is where provision will come. So, ladies and gentlemen, I'm really, really excited. I'm really, really excited, to welcome on board For our physical audience, can we give a standing ovation as we celebrate and welcome our chairman? For our virtual audience as well, let's see your virtual applause. Let's see the energy, the emoji rolling in. Let's see it rolling in, rolling in, rolling in, rolling in, rolling in. As we welcome our amazing chairman in person of Dr. Stephen Akintayo. You're welcome, sir.
Okay, thank you very much, everyone. Please have your seats. Thank you for coming, and I hope you've picked a thing or two from this lecture today. And I want to thank Oge Walters. I want to thank Busayo. By the way, Busayo, I sent you a message. I wanted to know how far with Singapore. Please reply my message. Good job. Can we clap for them again? These amazing speakers we've had. They've done a fantastic job. And honestly, in Abuja, the two of them have proven to be exceptional trainers. And they're both successful realtor and developers, right? And I'm really proud of their journey and their successes, and I'm wishing them more. And I think they're people worth emulating. They've been some of my own loyal people as well. So successful women, loyal to whoever they look up to as a mentor, and just pushing every day. So thank you for coming. I want us to just look at a few things quickly. Real estate isn't just buying properties, it's about building lasting wealth and creating opportunities that outlive you. Okay, so when you look at the business of selling real estate, I often say this, that you are not just a marketer, you're a wealth creator. That's why in our organization, the word we use is called, we don't use the marketer, we don't use salespeople, we don't use any of those kind of words. We use wealth advisor, because we see our team as people who are advising you on how to build your wealth. It's also important to know that every property you sell to a client secures their future and financial freedom. So you can't be seeing it from, oh, let's just sell, let's just make money, let's just hustle. No, you are helping people secure their financial destiny. And if that's what you're doing, you must be able to communicate it in an effective manner to them, to say, hey, I'm not just trying to make some commission here. I'm trying to help you secure your future. And people can feel it. Customers can feel it, whether you're just trying to hustle or you're really, really trying to build a future for them. You're committed, you're hungry for their own future. And so know that you're not just selling land, you are helping to secure their financial future. Number three, our goal at GTES is not just to sell land, it's to build cities, communities, and legacy. Okay, so at GTES, I'm not interested in selling land. I'm interested in building cities. I'm interested in building communities that work. I'm interested in testing it myself. Are you aware where you guys are in Abuja right now? Our team has been living there for 2 years. So if I tell customers to come and live there tomorrow, how many of you agree with me that I am sure of what I'm asking them to come and do, right? Because our staff have been living there for 2 years. So we're not an organization that is just trying to sell house, trying to sell land. We're really, really about building community. Unfortunately, because we're not just anyhow organization, we also cannot grow anyhow. We have to do it right. And doing things right takes time. Everybody say T, T, T. Things takes time. Come on, everybody say T, T, T. Things takes time. If you're going to build something solid like we are building, we understand that it will take time. So we're not your regular real estate company. No, we're very conscious of the long-term goal. We're very conscious that this is not just some short-time thing. It's a long-time thing, and we need to work towards it. This season will show, and that's this session rather will show you to position, prospect, and to close faster. How do you position, how do you prospect, and how do you close faster? And these are some of the things we'll be looking at. So knowing what you're selling is the first thing I want us to look at. Knowing what you're selling. It's important to know that you have to study the unique selling point. Okay, what is the unique selling point of our organization? Right? What makes us different? Right? So I'm selling a land. What's unique about that location? What's the infrastructure and the future plan of that location? I have to be able to communicate that. Right? What's the potential appreciation if I compare with other areas? Do you know how to, when we moved to Bejuleki in Lagos, I had to research, okay, 15 years ago, how much were they selling land here? And they told me it was 50,000 naira. So it was easy for me when I do my videos. I would say, do you know, those 2002, land was still selling here in Bejuleki for 50,000 naira. Today, it is going for 5 million. What do you think the value will be tomorrow? Suddenly, the customer gets it. Okay, but I did that research to understand. Please, whoever is managing this should be smart enough to know which slide I am per time, please. Why are you on the previous slide? Okay, the same way we joined this Zoom call and it was muted, and whoever was the admin couldn't even figure it out. So working with me, you have to be excellence is something I don't joke with, right? So please wake up. So you have to, the infrastructure, how does it potential appreciation? You must be able to communicate that to the customer. Target audience, investor, homeowners, diaspora, right? Who are the buyers? Who are the target audience? You must know. How many of you can guess who has been GTEC's #1 target audience since we started selling property? Anyone? Anyone? Type the answer. Who has been GTEC's targeted audience 10 years ago when we started real estate development? Anyone? Anyone? Quickly, I need an answer. You can type it, you can shout it. Elijah say HNI, another person say diaspora. Both of you are right. HNIs and diasporans have been our target audience since we started. Okay, we're not looking for cheap people. They are not wicked, they are not bad people, they are just not our target. Now, who can guess why diasporans and HNI has been our target? Anybody, please? Anybody tell me. Who can guess why diasporans and HNI has always been our target? Anyone? I need an answer. Why did we go for these two targets, HNIs and people in diaspora? Anyone? Quickly. Somebody say we sell luxury. Nope. Yeah, we sell luxury, but that's not the reason. They can't afford it. Yes, that's partly it, but that's not really the issue. Okay, the issue is that we wanted to keep our word, and we realized that quality is never cheap. Can everybody type quality is never cheap? We wanted to keep our word, and we realized that quality is never cheap at all. So I'll give you an example. Show me how many real estate companies have lasted in Nigeria for 10 years and they sell land, and for every land that they sold, every land, their customers have never lost their money. Even when we lose the land, we either get them an alternative or we refund them. Can you beat your chest and show me how many companies have done that in 10 years? We can do that. We can beat our chest to tell you that in 10 years, there is no land anywhere. And we're talking about over 30 locations. It's either we get an alternative if we ever have an issue, and there are not even many. In fact, we don't even have up to 5 land that we've ever had crises of such. But either we get them an alternative or we refund their money in 10 years. Now, the only reason we could do that is what? Come on, I love this engaging class. Can someone tell me the only reason why we could have kept our word? Because, mind you, it doesn't mean the other real estate companies are bad people, right? And we must always realize this, because sometimes in Africa, everybody is a bad man, everybody is the devil, right? No, I can tell you that others, it wasn't that they don't have integrity too. Oh, I can tell you. In doing business in Africa, Omo, it will shock you. Africa will shock you. Thank you, because we were not cheap to start with. We factored in, right? We factored in the customer. We factored in crisis. We factored in the challenges that could occur. Okay? Are you aware there are some estates we launch that the place we eventually launch is the 3rd location, sometimes the 4th location? And we have literally paid money in location 1. So issues came up. Location 2, issues came up. Location 3. Okay? Our branch manager in Abuja can tell you, his experience on this one. Okay? Now, imagine we did not charge right. Are we learning here, guys? Imagine we did not charge right. What is that? Yes, it's not like we lack integrity. Okay? It's just that Nigeria happened. And the money the previous clients had paid, we have really paid it. Okay? But we couldn't get possession due to one issue or the other. And at the end of the day, everybody lose their money. Are we learning here? So we made up our mind from day one, we're going to charge right so that we don't run into troubles where we are now having to give stories that touch. Now, not because we don't have integrity, but because we couldn't, make sure we could figure things out for customers. And many of you who are agents have no idea how real estate work. You have no idea. You just always look at things, it looks rosy, you come to site. I remember on Saturday, we did an inspection on one of our estates. And, some of the people came. I think somebody messaged me, oh, my sister saw a huge number of Fulani on your land. She's scared. I remember I just smiled to him. I said, well, this is what we go through. That you people... you customer just come. Oh, give me my land. Oh, Jesus has scammed me. You're speaking grammar. Grammar. In this business of real estate, they will collect your life, your money. If they give you your life, you should thank God. Okay? They collect your money, right? If you have your life, be praising God. Okay? So I said to the person, I said, by the way, look very well. You will see our management staff in the midst of those Fulani people. So the Fulani people are not there to hurt you. If they are there to hurt you, you will have known by now. I thought they've dealt with the first batch of Fulani people in the morning of that same day. The people you are seeing is the second batch. Are we learning here? I'm telling you what real estate developers go through. We ourselves, if you know those we negotiate with, you have no idea. In fact, that person had to do his hand like this. He said, Dr. Stevie, my respect for you has tripled. Okay? Which is why sometimes when some of us are angry on social media, you don't know what is hurting us behind. That's making us to speak in certain bold terms. We've been through a lot in the course of doing business. In Ibejileke alone, we've lost over ₦1 billion. And not one customer has lost a dime. One customer did not lose a dime in terms of their land is there. In fact, we now have more land for them. Okay? So, but we couldn't, are we learning as agents? Because you agents are the problem. Each time you are seeing customer, the only thing you are telling the customer, oh, I have a cheap land for you. I have a cheap place for you. I have a cheap, and then at the end of the day, the customer run into trouble, you disappear. That's not integrity that Busaya and Oge was teaching you. That's not integrity. Integrity includes you making sure that you're dealing with an organization that whatever happens, they will stand by their word. They will do everything, right, to pacify the customer as long as it's not the customer that is at fault, right? They will make sure they will provide alternative land for the customer. As long as we have had a situation whereby customers are owing us and then they are dragging our name on social media, that one they can drag from now to tomorrow. If you are owing us, you have to pay, right? Because you have no idea. In the course of this job, I've survived, attack of charm. In the course of this job, we have survived attack of rituals being put on our land. I've survived physical attack many times by thugs in this job. So somebody sits down in London or in US or in UK and is speaking grammar. When those we are dealing with, they will collect your money, right? And if you still escape with your life, you should thank God. Are we learning, guys? If you're learning, type I'm learning. So if you are going to do this business, you better know what people face. You better, when I became a property broker. Some of you may not know this. 17 years ago, I used to go with the first company I used to sell with. I would go with the CEO because I had a relation. My older brother and him started the company. I'll go with him when he's dealing with Omonile. I'll go with him, seeing all the intricacies of the business. And thank God I did because it helped me. By the way, whoever is the admin should make sure I can see the Abuja physical people. You must pin their picture. I'm not seeing the picture of those in Abuja. Right? So it's important. I had to learn. So it helped me when I'm talking to customer to say, hey, I was there. I saw the negotiation. I know what is going on here. Some of you, the day you see Omonile on site, you are running. The day you see Fulani on site or farmers on site, you don't. Your own is just to collect money. Okay? That's how it works. You must understand the business, else you won't be able to protect the interests of your clients. Also, be ready to answer why should I buy this property now? You must have answer for that. Why should I buy this property now? You must have the answer for that. Secondly, you must be able to answer what makes this real estate different from others. If you don't have those answers, don't tell me you are selling any property. Right? Those two answers, you must be able to answer it for your customers. You must understand that you must sell confidence, not land. Okay? Buyers believe what you believe. Hey, can everybody write this? Buyers believe what you believe. You see now, somebody is coming here. Instead of learning, it's disturbing me with, I have land for you in Guzape, 8 acre, legit, 3 billion. Do you see what we are talking about? This is what you all do. Quack developers. Quack agents. Come here, come and learn how they sell. And this is what many of you do. You just post anywhere, Belefe, just post. Do you think if I want to buy property now, I'll just buy based on the fact that some strange person just post on a Zoom call property to sell? That's not how this thing works. Some of you don't even understand relationship building. If I ask you now, how many of these customers do you have relationship with? Again, let me say this again. Sell confidence, don't sell land. Everybody say, sell confidence, don't sell land. Number two, buyers buy what you believe. They buy what you believe. So when you are talking to a customer and they can't feel confidence in your voice, they can't feel that you are bold, you're audacious, you know what you are selling, you know this thing inside out, right? There's strong audacity from your end. There's strong boldness from your end. They're not going to do business with you, ladies and gentlemen. They will not. Are we learning? If we're learning, type I am learning, I am learning. So how to find and nurture buyers? Practical steps, right? To find and nurture buyers. Okay, the person who just posted that brief should come and hear this one, because what he did is rubbish. That's not how to find buyers. That's not how to nurture buyers. Okay? Number one, use social media ads, especially Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn. YouTube is now becoming more effective. So go and learn YouTube marketing. Go and learn it. Some of you say you are selling property. If I ask you, can you run Facebook ad? You cannot run. What are you selling then? Right? Can you run YouTube adverts? You cannot run. And you want to be successful in this business. How now? Sir, how? And if I look at you, you are young. You are probably 20 years old, 30 years old. Right? It's a different thing if you are 50 or 60. Some of your mates will have been rich. I hope we are learning now. So you can easily just walk up to your friends and say they should come and buy. If you are 25, if you are 30, none of your friends can buy the properties you are selling. True of us, except they are Yahoo Yahoo or they stole the money. So how do you then get customers? Social media marketing. Right? So what you should be learning now is not collecting brief from some of you in Abuja. Abuja realtors are the most, I'm sorry, but I have to say they are the most incompetent realtors I've ever seen in my life. Abuja realtors. It's only in Abuja that they give you a brief. The day you show up as the buyer, there are 10 agents on one land. 10. That brief was sent to somebody that sent to somebody that sent to somebody that sent to somebody that sent to somebody. So the day you are coming to inspect the property, the crowd that is gathered, and are saying, who is the agent? 10 people side are up. Haba, Haba, Abuja, fear God now. Make una fear God. Okay, just too crowded. Crowded. And the reason is because most of you, instead of learning, going to go and buy a course, how to, by the way, I hope Ikena will put together a course, okay, in the next, maybe this week, Tuesday or Wednesday, how to run Facebook advert, how to run YouTube adverts, okay? This is what these people should be learning. Because the way to get the customer is to go and do advert. Even at my level, with my fame and my status and my fame and all of that, do you know there's no week, Nigeria advert alone, there's no week I don't spend 10 million naira on adverts in Nigeria alone. Yes, yes. Some of you wonder why I am this famous, why everybody talks about me all the time. You know why? It's my picture you're all seeing all the time. True of us. When you open your social media, am I not chasing you? You think it's God that did it. Oh, you thought it's by miracle. You thought it's my star. My star just follows you. Hey. Success is not by mistake, it's intentional. It's intentional. You may not like my face, but you can't avoid me. Except you are not on social media. Okay? Success is not by mistake, it's intentional. There is no week I don't spend between 5 to 10 million naira for Nigerian market alone. No. Nigerian market. Nigerian market alone, ladies and gentlemen. US market, my budget for next year, US advert alone is $200,000. US. If you are in US next year, you're in trouble. It's me you will see everywhere. You wake up, you turn your phone. Hey, this guy, this guy, this guy. Success is not by luck, it's intentional. Tap your neighbor. Say, neighbor, those of you in Abuja, tap neighbor, neighbor. Tap them well. No be those JJ tap. Neighbor. Success is not by luck. It's intentional. It's intentional. However, you also must understand that advert alone does not kill it. You must master how to generate content. You've come for today's class now. Don't leave here without doing video. And say, I just finished a powerful session with Dr. Steven. Right? If you know how to edit, put my picture on top. So my brain has opened up. Do you know why you do that? When you run advert on your page without enough organic content, you'll be spending too much money. Are we learning at all? That's why if you check my page, you will see that there's so many other conversations. Before you see one advert, how many of you noticed that you see at least 5 other content that is not advert related? Either me traveling, the ego has just landed, these are organic content I'm posting so that the social media algorithm, when I now run advert on my page, I will spend less. Are we learning at all? So you must put other content on your page, not just all the time, come and buy, Guagualada land, brief here, this one. Sometimes, I just learned today. I just finished a seminar tomorrow. I just went for inspection. I just, just be putting different content on that page. Come on, who's excited? Are we learning? Good. Good. So build a WhatsApp community. How many of you have a WhatsApp community of prospects? Share property tips, not just offers. Anybody here with a WhatsApp community? I have a WhatsApp broadcast list. Even today, if you follow me, you'll have gotten a broadcast today. WhatsApp has almost banned me all the time. My WhatsApp broadcast list is over 50,000 numbers. And guess what? Presidents that I know, they get my broadcast. Senators that I know, they get my broadcast. Governors that I know, they get everybody get my broadcast. If I have your number, you're in trouble. Okay, you are in trouble. You are in trouble. It doesn't matter who you are, right? Because okay, some of you have broadcast list. The day you have to broadcast, the powerful people who are the one who can afford what you are saying, you remove them from your broadcast list. You see, say that's not wisdom, huh? Okay, then you say I don't want to disturb His Excellency. If I don't disturb him, who will? Who will? Okay. Obasanjo is on my broadcast list. He gets my broadcast. I don't remove him. Yes, you heard me. I do not remove him and say, let me remove President Obasanjo from my broadcast list. The king of my state is in my broadcast list. He gets my broadcast. I don't remove him. Should I go on? Let me stop there. Before I tell you Donald Trump gets my broadcast. Okay. So build a WhatsApp community. All these people that have been on your phone all this while, they are not getting your message every day. How do you want to make money? You say, we're not selling. You are not disturbing them. There's something called neuromarketing. I always recommend this book. Each time I teach on, say, biology, Buyology. Everybody write it down. Go and get the book. There's even an audio version on YouTube. Listen to it today. Biology, Buyology, biology, right? Go and get that book. It's going to change your life forever. Another book that will change your life is called The Greatest Salesman That Ever Lived. The Greatest Salesman That Ever Lived. Powerful book. Powerful book. Okay? So biology, Buyology. And then the second book is The Greatest Salesman That Ever Lived by Oddman Dingo. Greatest Salesman That Ever Lived by Oddman Dingo. These are powerful books that will change your life forever. So, ladies and gentlemen, build a WhatsApp broadcast, but please don't always say, come and buy, right? Focus on tips, focus on advice, focus on what you are doing to change the world, focus on the impact you're making, focus on your journey, focus on your story. If you have my if you are broadcasting to me and every day all you send to me is come and buy, come and buy, come and buy, that's not how to find and nurture buyers. To nurture buyers, you need to have nurture. You know the word nurture. They need to have been seeing things from you that give them an idea of who you are, that give them an idea of your uniqueness in the marketplace. What makes you different? Things that help their ability to trust you. Leverage referral, reward clients, partner who bring new buyers. So leverage referrals, reward the client. So leverage on referral. If you bring someone to me, we'll share the commission. Then when clients buy from you, buy them gifts. Buy them gifts. Some of you have people who have done business with you. You have not given them any gift. No gift. We're celebrating 10 years anniversary. Do you know 2 people now we're sending to Singapore? $7,000 is the cost for each of them to come to Singapore. 2 clients, right? Some client got laptop, some got plot of land, free plot of land. Just give 10 different gifts. Okay, give your clients gifts. Yes, I know you are the agent, but give them gifts on their birthday. Do a birthday banner, mention their name. I want to wish happy birthday to this my special client. Nurture people, nurture. So reward your client, then partner, okay, the existing client to bring you new clients. Some of you, the day you collect your commission like this, omo, you don't run. You don't care about that customer anymore. You don't care. And that's why your sales stop. Because if you have been nurturing the customer, make sure they got their receipt, make sure they got their document, make sure they're okay, wish them happy new month, be in touch, greet them all the time. If you nurture them, I promise you, ladies and gentlemen, they will keep buying. Don't forget, people don't buy land, they buy your confidence. Everybody say, people don't buy land, they buy my confidence. Come on, everybody shout it. People don't buy land, they buy my confidence. I want everybody to shout it. Okay, next, attend local business events, church groups, mosque group, networking gatherings, okay, to meet potential clients. Attend local business events, church groups, networking gatherings to meet local clients. Okay, how many real estate conference did you attend in recent time? Some of the people you meet today now in this conference, are you connecting with them? Are you trying to get their number and say, my friend, how are you? Nice meeting you. Or you just end up leaving. Okay? Attend local events, attend even paid events. Because it's in paid events you also meet other rich people. Right? A lot of wealthy people can afford your property because many of you, like I said, you are young. So you don't have people who are rich enough. So it's when you go for conferences and use honor to kill them, use respect to kill them, be prostrating, be greeting them. How are you, sir? How are you, ma? God bless you, sir. When you are so courteous, they feel guilty not patronizing you. Are we learning? Particularly if you're from Africa, these are rules to selling in Africa. You meet people, even if the person get money past you, okay, greet him well, call him sir. They say, no, how, it's my mates. Some stupid arrogance that don't make sense to me. Don't make sense to me. Okay? Follow up consistently. Most sales happen after fifth follow-up. So how to find and nurture client? Follow up consistently. Most sales happen at the fifth time. And can I shock you, in Africa, people buy out of sentiment. They are not buying based on anything other than emotions. African buyers buy out of emotion, out of I like you, I don't like you, you greet me, you don't greet me, who do I know, who don't I know. That's what determines whether African clients buy. Okay? African clients buy based on emotions. Why is there so much movement in Abuja? What's going on? I can't hear.
The rain is dropping in our hall.
The what?
Rain, rain, our roof is leaking. It's raining.
Okay. So fix your leaking roof, Oga. Fix it and fix it fast, please. Are you okay? Let me know once you've sorted it out.
Hello, sir, I can continue.
Hello, sir. I can continue.
Okay. Thank you. So have you gotten value so far? By the way, let me find out. Did you get value so far? Have you gotten value so far? I want to get your feedback. Have you gotten value so far? So please remember to follow up. I need you to know that people buy basically out of the most sales are made at the fifth contact. So you need to follow up with the customers if you're going to sell. Let me close with this, how to present and close your deal. I will continue this training next week, Saturday in Lagos. However, you can join virtually if you're in Abuja, okay? And I want you guys to quickly register for next week, Saturday's training. Okay, it's going to be physically for those in Lagos, but we only have 100 seats. So if you're in Lagos, only 100 seats available physically. The rest of you have to join virtually next week. So I'll continue this class on 8 a.m. on Saturday. But I want to share with you before I wrap up how to present and close a deal. Are you ready for that? Do you want to learn that? Or you are distracted, those of you in Abuja? By the way, apologies for the roof challenge that you have. Okay? But I hope you can all hear me very well in Abuja.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Good. So can the admin drop the link and the flyer for Lagos training? Right, that one is my special training. It's going to be very loaded, right? It's going to be me breaking things down for you, really, really hot. You don't want to miss it at all. So how to, so let's look at proven strategy. Number one, listen first. Listen first. Find out why the client want to buy. Security, prestige, or investment, right? What is the reason why they want to buy? Are they buying because they want somewhere that is secured? Are they buying because of prestige? They are rich people, they want somewhere that, for example, Banana Island, people only buy land in Banana Island for prestige, right? They want people to know they have arrived. So, or are they buying for investment? For investment, it means they are not trying to live in the property. They want to rent it out. So when they are thinking of investment, that's when you need to focus on return on investment. Someone is trying to buy a house that he will live in, and you're disturbing the person that there's high return on investment, you know you are wasting your time, because he's not trying to rent it out, he wants to live in it. Okay, so you then, in that case, since he wants to live in it, you will now think of, is he looking for a secure, very safe place, or is it more of he wants where he can show off that he has arrived? Okay, if you don't know these things, you won't be able to close the client. So listen first. Don't rush. And this is the property we have. Come and buy. This is the brief. This is the lead. How many of you can notice the mistake of the guy that came to drop lead here now? Can you notice his mistake here? Because he hasn't listened to me, right? I never solicited, okay? And he's just dropping leads, just dropping brief. Because you need to even know what people are after, right? You need to know. Sometimes you also need to know whether they're looking for something affordable. So, but if you don't listen to them, you're just throwing leads up and down. You will not be able to present the deal well, neither will you be able to close the deal well. Number two, use visuals, video, site photo, drone clips, visual tour, right? Use visual to describe the property, leverage on visuals, right? Leverage on visuals. Let them see something, right? Sometimes buying, particularly if it's a house, buying a house is also like buying a car. I did a tour. How many of you saw my tour of some of the properties we sell in London? How many of you saw it? Okay. Now, those of you who saw it, how many of you, if truly you have money, you go buy that property? Looking at the visuals, right? If my team will soon start posting some of my pictures. Even me, I now became a model in some of those living rooms. I took pictures looking cool, and so I mean, the people were really excited about the London stuff, right? Because of the visuals. So if you tell me you're selling property and you don't have a good phone, the next time you got your commission, it is movies and ashwebi and food mama put you are using your money for, right? I pity you. You must have a very good phone, even if it's Techno or Infinix or all of, but that when you take video on site, the quality of the image, solid, solid. Visuals are powerful in helping conversion. Visuals, color coding the pictures, right? Okay, let me ask a question. Why is it that ladies, and I want to ask particular ladies who are realtors, why is it that you ladies like to use filters when you take pictures of Instagram, for Snapchat, but when it's time to sell property, you cannot use filter, right? To make the thing look really good. Why? Women, I need to understand it. You think when it comes to property, the visual is not important? It's as equally important as well. The visual is very important when you are selling properties as well. Very, very important. Very, very important. So use visual, from pictures to videos to drone to tour. Use it. Very important. Number three, share testimonies from past clients and or developers. Share testimonies from past clients and developer. If you help GTS to sell a property, get a CEO of GTS to do a video for you and say, oh, meet Jessica. She's one of our most trusted, salesperson. Oh, we want to appreciate Musa. Musa is a good salesperson, just sold a property for our company. Thank you, Musa. Also get the customer to also say, oh, I bought a land from Musa. And Musa was very professional, was very, prompt. I love the way he handled me. He followed up. He made sure I got value. Listen, people no longer trust what you say, right? Business is now customer to customer. The only reason anybody will buy is what the customer said.
It's what those who bought from you said. That's what will determine whether they will trust you. So get the customer to do video for you and get the developer, because technically, okay, you're also a client of the developer. Are we learning at all? So get the developer to also do testimony. When you sell for them, go and meet them and say, sir, can we get any management team? If it's a big company like GTS, look for maybe the branch manager. Can you do a video admitting that I sold for this company and that I did a good job? Right? So get those videos. Very, very powerful. Testimony is, if out of all I've shared, the most powerful is testimony. Testimony. Constantly put out there testimonies of your customers. Go and meet them. In fact, if you need to, how many of you go and buy cake? If you need to go and buy cake and go and visit your client today, all the clients you did take testimony for, buys apple, go and greet them and say, sir, guy, I just want to come and greet you. And when you meet them, say, sir, please do video for me. Right? Use your phone, do, hold the thing and quickly do, sir, what was it like doing business with me? They don't need to mention the amount, just them giving feedback. Are we happy about this class? Have we picked something we can use? Beautiful. Number 4, use urgency wisely. Price increase next month due to ongoing development is an example reason to create urgency. Price increase next week or next month because of the launch of the estate, right? But use urgency. Else they will just tell you, I will buy. Don't worry now. Don't worry. Don't disturb me. I will buy soon. They went soon. So it's wisdom for you to come and say, hey, the price is about to go up next month. I'm just following up with you so that you don't end up paying more, right? For something you could pay a lesser price. Always end every pitch with a very clear call to action. Call to action. Call to action. Right? Call to action. Here's the form. Here's the account number to pay to. Right? Don't be shy to collect money. Some of you are shy. I tap your neighbor and say, don't be shy. Don't be shy. Okay? Don't be shy. Some of you can do everything, but when it comes to now giving the client the account number, give them form to fill, at that point you are suddenly shy. I don't want to look like I'm desperate. Otedola is selling his book, going for less than $70. You see him dancing with his daughter. If you follow Dr. Cosmos Maduka, go to his Instagram page, you see him do content in Las Vegas yesterday. You will check your account, 1 million naira is not there. You are suddenly arrogant to do video, to market, to send customer account number, to send customer form. Come on, guys, wake up, wake up. People who are richer than your entire village are still selling, and they no get shame. So where is the shame coming from? I know what's funny with Africans. We're not ashamed of begging money, but we're ashamed. We're ashamed of selling something, right? Of giving people value in exchange for money. It doesn't make sense to me. Don't be ashamed of your hustle. Everybody tap your neighbor and say, don't be ashamed of your hustle. Come on. Don't be ashamed of your hustle. Don't be ashamed of your hustle. Right? This is what put food on the table. You are better. It's better than stealing, and you are not stealing. You should be proud of what brings money in. Always end every pitch with a clear call to action. Okay? When should we schedule your inspection? That's straight up call to action. Will you prefer full payment or installment? Right? Are you making your payment today? If you write these words down so that you master them. Are you making your payment today, sir? Should I send the account number now? Okay? Call to action. Call to action. It's simply a word you say to them that get them to then do something immediately. That is what this is all about. Wow, ladies and gentlemen, have you learned something great today?
Wow, we've learned so much, sir. Thank you so much, sir. We are very, very grateful for this impactful session.
You're
We've learned a
welcome.
lot.
I'm going to take 2 questions from those online and 2 questions from those physically in Abuja, and I'm done for the day. Thank you. God bless you.
Amen. Thank you, sir. So we would open questions, just the first two. I know a lot of us have questions, but we'll be taking the first two from our physical audience in Abuja. Please, you can walk up to the mic and ask your questions. And also for our virtual audience, please, you can raise your virtual hand or you can just drop your question in the Q&A box or the chat box on Zoom. So let's start with the physical audience. Please, if you have a question, just do well to come forward. We'll be taking just two. Okay, one of our virtual audience says, how do you get Nigerians in diaspora to commit without seeing the property? Also, how do you go about your virtual inspections, if any?
Well, first of all, I need to know that basically that is a function of your own confidence. The reason people don't buy property has nothing to do with whether they see it or they don't see it. I can assure you, for example, um sales, 99% of my sales, the client never see it. 99% of the sales I've ever made, the client has never seen what I'm selling. Whether the one I'm selling in Dubai or the one I'm selling in Nigeria or the one I'm selling in anywhere, there's no property I've ever sold. 99% of those properties. In fact, when the customers see, most time they don't end up paying. So most of my sales, the customer never saw what they were paying for. But you see what they saw, my confidence, right? That's why I said customer are not buying land from you, they are buying your confidence, right? They are buying your boldness, they are buying your audacity. Many times we are not selling well. We are the problem. It's not you are the one that there was no audacity, there's just no boldness. To say here's the account number, when are you making payment? The property is real, solid, you don't want to miss out. I said, okay, sometimes we're even the one that is saying, can you come and see the land first? How many of you notice? You are the one asking them to come and see. They never told you they want to say anything. You are the one out of fear, right? Out of not being sure, out of thinking, won't I look like I'm too forward? If I tell the customer to pay to look as if I'm desperate, all this nonsense is just in your own mind, in your mind, right? It's in your mind. So I hope I've answered that question.
Thank you so much, sir. So we have just two more questions. How do I follow up with clients who shows a strong interest and later seems not to be interested?
Well, just keep sending them regular tips about that property, about what you do, about who you are, about what you're doing. Just regular updates, tips. Just continue with tips. One day, sometimes that they don't have the money, sometimes that they've diverted to something else. So don't kill yourself over a client that doesn't pay. You don't know what's going on in their lives. So just move on, give tips, just be updating them, add them to what I do, I add them to a broadcast list and they constantly keep getting updates from me. That's it. Right? They just constantly keep getting updates from me. Sometimes strangely, they just wake up one day. by themselves and say, can I get the account number? So don't take it personal. And some of us also take it personal. We're too emotional about sales. Somebody say they want to buy, suddenly they go silent, you start insulting them. So after all this, some of us will not try and be doing what we call emotional blackmail. So after all the efforts, so after all my sacrifice, so after wasting all my money to do inspection, so I'm disappointed, so this, my this. Don't play all those jargons on them. Okay? Just keep updating them. Just keep remain courteous. One day they will reach out to you.
Thank you so much, sir. So, the third question says, should one be interested in an intensive training on real estate within a shortest time than virtual classes on schedules? Any paid program on this coming up soon?
We have a paid program in Lagos, and but you can join virtually. So it's up to you whether you want to fly down to Lagos or you join virtually. It's a 2-day program on Saturday, starting by I think 12 noon. On Saturday it ends about 7 p.m. and then Sunday it starts from 2 p.m. to 7 p.m. The Sunday class is virtual, 100% virtual, but the Saturday class is hybrid and it's a certificate class. So imagine you being able to boast that I have a certificate from Dr. Stephen Akintayo. I'm now trained to do real estate. And some of you don't even know that now in Lagos, there's a law that says you can't sell real estate without a certificate. Okay? Some people don't know. It's the day they start arresting brokers that you will know that there's a law that already says that. So my encouragement to you guys, to be honest, is to get as many training as you can. Invest money in developing yourself as well. I say this when sometimes people ask me why how do I build my confidence? I say invest in yourself. You cannot spend money on yourself and not be confident. You cannot. You see, some people wonder why I'm very audacious. This year alone, I've spent over almost $200,000 on myself. I went to Harvard. You know, my Harvard class program is 3 years, $150,000. I went to Grant Cardon's event, $25,000, and several other courses as well. So I can't invest in myself and not be confident in myself. The reason why you are not bold, convinced that, okay, you know, they spend on yourself. The only spending you spend is only spending that has to do with spending that has to do with buying clothes, buying shoe, eating, you know, and all of that. So invest. The class is 500,000. However, if you are paying today, I can allow you pay 250,000. So can you guys put the detail in the chat group? And so those who want to pay can pay. And it's going to be a very, we also eat together, you know, have a great time together.
Thank you so much, sir. This is really, really amazing. Please, let's celebrate our chairman. He has just given us, a very, very great opportunity to be part of the training session coming up next week. And I want to, appeal to everyone here. You can't afford to miss it. You cannot afford to miss it. So we'll take one more question from the physical audience, and that will be the wrap-up of questions. Just one more from the physical audience in Abuja.
My question is a bit diverse. As a my name is Ibn Yusuf Ismail Dana, and I'm here live from Africa. And my question is a bit diverse. Why? Because specializing on property development. As a beginner, how do you get subcontract from this big how?
I can't hear him well. He's breaking.
Please, your audio is breaking. Can you get closer to the mic? Or you can just type it in the chat box. Okay, so please let us know once you've dropped it in the chat box. I'm checking it here. Once again, we want to say a very, very big thank you to our chairman. For me, I've learned a whole lot, and I'm very sure it's the same for everybody here. One of the things I've learned is that quality is never cheap. Buyers buy what you believe in. Success is not by mistake, it's intentional. People no longer trust what you just say. They also buy what they buy what those who patronize you say. Yes, people no longer trust what you say. They buy what those who patronize you say. So it's important that we maximize, the strategy that we've learned today by utilizing our clients even to get testimonials. Another thing I've learned is the best way to build your confidence is by investing in yourself. Yes, 1,000 intentions is not equal to one action. We've all taken a very, very good step by joining this session today, and we've learned a whole lot. But the question is, what action are you going to take immediately after this session? So, the Abuja team, can we take your question now? Can we have your question now? In the Zoom, I can say, please, the time for training next week, Saturday, can it be adjusted to? No, the time cannot be adjusted. You need to adjust your own schedule. You need to adjust your own schedule.
Hello, Isaac, can you hear us now?
Yes, we can hear you very well now.
Okay, you can speak.
I was specializing on property development as a beginner. How do I get subcontracts from the higher real estate company?
Ikena, can you read his question to us, please? Because I think it's from his end. When you talk, it's clear. When he talks, we can't hear
Okay,
you.
so he said, he's an engineer. As a beginner, how do he get a contract, a subcontract from the government?
No,
From the real estate company. He wants to get a subcontract.
Well, you need to
from the
know
real
the
estate
project.
companies.
You need to know projects going on, right? So you need to know real estate companies are about to start projects and go and meet them. Go if you have to go to the site, go there. We, for example, were doing, I think, an interview for some contractors. Also, some of them have, you need to really research the companies. Some of them have like listed contractors that they only work for, and you have to go and register under them. So when they then have job, they will contact you. We, for example, are currently doing that. So you can reach out to Ikena to link you up with Mr. Sonny Osuki. He's our CEO of construction. They are currently looking for contractors. So it's just as simple as that. You must just understand the circle, understand the projects they have when they are doing projects, when they are registering. Usually December, January is when most companies allow all vendors register with them. Right? You collect a form, you fill it. Some even ask you to pay a token to buy a form. Right? Well, once you are now registered with them, anytime they have projects, they just message you and you can bid, and then they go for the best one. Next one.
Thank you so much, sir. So, Mr. Ikena, please, can you take the second question?
Thank you very much for the insights. My name is Samuel. The best way to invest in your confidence is invest in knowledge. So my question now is, how do I sell my confidence? How?
First of all, what you are
Do I sell my
asking,
confidence? That is my thank you.
confidence does not need anybody to sell her. If you have confidence, you will know, and the people you are meeting will also know. Right? It's like, how do I sell my beauty? If you are beautiful as a lady, everybody can see it now. Are they blind? Right? If you're handsome as a man, everybody can see it. The problem is not selling your confidence. If you need to sell your confidence, you don't have it. Okay, do I need to sell my own confidence to you now? When I talk, don't you know somebody important is speaking? Are you aware that when I enter any place and they don't know me, nobody even greets me? Are you aware? But once I open my mouth, suddenly their approach change. Just allow me open my mouth. So confidence, when it is there, it is there. If it day, it day. You know, it don't day, it don't day. Right? But if it's there, it doesn't need to announce itself. Right? It is there. So once it's still not, you are still trying to market it, you are still trying to work on it, it's not yet there. And keep investing in yourself. And by the way, it's not overnight you become confident. So in fact, by the time you become confident, most times is when you look back, you discover that it wasn't the former you that is the current you. I hope we understand this now. So it's a whole journey, it's a whole process. It's not sudden, and it takes time. But keep building, keep investing, and you will soon get there. It's a journey, it's not a destination. I'm still working on my confidence. Okay. Thank you
you
guys
so
for
much,
having me. I
sir.
appreciate you.
Please, a
See
round
you
of
on
applause
Saturday.
for our chairman. A round of applause. A round of applause. Thank you. This is really, really interesting and power packed. I told you at the beginning of the session, it will be a fully loaded session. And by the way, we are privileged to enjoy. This is just a tip of the iceberg of what is coming on Saturday. Anytime we are privileged, to learn from Dr. Stephen Stable is always Harvard standard. Harvard standard. No doubt about it. Always Harvard standard. And next week Saturday and Sunday will be another power-packed session. Thank you. I can see the massive love, the massive energy, the massive claps, coming from even our virtual audience as well. It shows we all got a lot of value. We really, really appreciate that, our chairman, Dr. Steven, sir, and we do not take it for granted. Yes, so the event for next week has been dropped, and will also be dropped, repeatedly, even on the WhatsApp group, which all of us will be added to. And you can join and start registering immediately. Remember, for those who register right away, they can enjoy that offer that our chairman has just opened, but I can assure you it's a limited offer. Once we have like 2, 3, or 5 persons that have secured that discount offer, then every other person will have to pay the actual price. So you want to do well to take advantage of it right away, and be a part of what is coming up next week. I cannot wait to be there. I can't wait to be there. Yes, so if you've gotten value, just look at the person sitting next to you and give the person a high five. Give the person a high five and say action. As you give the person high five, say action, action, action,
All
action.
right. Thank you, Isaac. Thank you. Thank
All
you.
right. Yes, so let's bring up our MD, GTEX and Associates, Mr. Ikena Mbale, celebrating as it takes us,
All right.
on the few things, and we'll wrap up the session today.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Isaac. Thank you, all our viewers across the globe. Thank you, Dr. Stephen Akintayo, the chairman. We appreciate you. We just want to take these few minutes to tell us what the GTEX and Associate stand for. What do you stand to benefit as an associate? We'll take much of your time. As you can see, GTEX and Associate and benefit. So we are interested in raising associate. You heard what Dr. Stephen said. We train, we equip associates, we train them to go out there and make the sales skills, even foreign currency. And these are what is stand to benefit as a salesperson. Please let's go back to the next slide. Associate ends. And so for we as GTEX and associate, this is our commission structure. That's the sell for us. It's very important, for you to start selling, to get hungry for sales. So if you sell for us as a direct client, if you have a direct client, you can take a screenshot of this. It's very important. If you have a direct client, you earn. Can we hear me all line? Can we all hear me? Isaac?
Yes, perfectly.
Can we hear
we
me?
can hear you. Yes, we can hear you.
All right, thank you. So for that, hold on. Stop sharing where I am. So for direct sales, landed property, sell our landed property, you are earning a 10% commission. 10% commission. Then for GTEX homes, we are selling our houses. We have houses that we are selling where you are. We are selling houses here, right? If you have a direct client, you are earning 5% on our houses. We have same thing here in Lagos. So once you make sales, direct clients, you earn 5% on the commission. Now for the GVES, GVES is an investment arm where investors come to bring their funds together, right, for the real estate business. So if you bring an investor that invests money into this, you earn a 2% on the capital invested. Now for GTEX, it does more of our houses in the US, UK, you earn 0.5%. But there are some cases that can negotiate with you, especially when it is foreign houses outside Nigeria. So for GTEX USA, it's 2%. We are selling our houses in the US, right? So this is just the beginning. We will have time for product knowledge, where we teach you how to sell this product specifically. What are the specifics that you are expected of? If you want to sell investment, what are the terms that are expected from you, right? If you are selling GTEX houses in Dubai, houses in UK, what are the terms you're expected to use, right? We'll still have section for in-depth knowledge, in-depth product knowledge for all these categories of commission. Then I've made mention of GTEX house, US, then GVES, US. So the same structure we have for GVES, we have for the US investment, where your investors are investing in either US dollar, euro, pounds. Now, the more amazing thing for this is whatever currency your client invests, it's the same currency we are paying you the percentage. So whatever currency your client is investing, same currency, we are paying you your commission, and it is 2%. Next slide, please. Next, if you can hear me. So winners of our car incentives. So like I earlier mentioned, we have incentive and architect and associate. If you sell X amount, this is what you are entitled to. So this is our winner for last year, first half of last year, between January to June 2024. She was the highest sales person. And you can see Dr. Stephen Akintayo presenting a brand new Toyota Camry to her here live at Eco Hotel. The previous year, 2023, I was privileged to be the highest marketer for the year, and I have my own saloon car, right? So, and the next, this is, can we go to the next slide? Yes. So this was a year before, and this is my own car as the highest sales person for that year. So we do it every month, every year, every 6 months. As long as you are able to hit the target, you earn the incentives. You can see her. These are beautiful sales persons that earn this car as a result of meeting their sales targets. You can see us. Next. Next. So previous, all expense free. So it is necessary we talk about this. We go to places like Ghana, Doha, this year alone, between January and now. We've been to Doha two times, right? Next week we are doing Dubai. This is please go to the other slide. The previous one. Is he hearing me? The previous slide. Yes, this is Kigali. You can see this. Oh God. Can you hear me? Young man, can you hear me? Please stay on the slide and listen to me. So this is Kigali. This sales team. All expense paid free. We do that in GTEx. This year, in November, we are going to Singapore to as many that qualify, right? And that is why we have created a WhatsApp group where we will drop the exact target. Once you hit your target, you send down your passport to prepare your papers to the trip. So that is the young man there, you can see where, right? So we do many things as a result of sales. So next slide, please take it one after the other. Next slide. This is Kigali. Yes, Rwanda is Kigali. Next, thing. This is Mauritius. This was 3 years ago. You can see the sales team. Next. Amazing. We are up to 50. Up to 50. All expense paid by GTEx and associates. So your own responsibility is to sell. This is Dubai. And next week, yes, 14th, we're going to Dubai again. You want to join me? So it's because we are salesperson, right? And I learned under the training of Dr. Stephen. This is in Cameroon last year, October. In a year, we go up to 6 or 7 times. Just meet the target. That's all what tech and associates do. And empower you. We give you all the tools to sell and enjoy your commission. You can see them live in Cameroon. This slide. Next slide, if you can hear me. This also in Cameroon. This is in Dubai. Where is that of Doha? This year we've done Doha twice. Yes, this is Doha. You can see the young man there, right? So you can join us. Everybody can sell. As long as you've made yourself available for trainings like this, where you get equipped in this thing, you ask questions, you read books on sales. It is very important. So I will just create a WhatsApp with everyone of us and feel free to ask questions. Feel free to ask questions. On the 15th of this month, we'll be having our launch, a massive launch in Wabalada. So it's the time you want to come and do video and sell out. Who knows? On site, you make that sale that will qualify you to Singapore. We're going to Singapore this November. Next week, I'm doing Dubai. So up all the expense paid trips. Let's see the next trip we're going. Next. All right, so we're doing Kenya. Hold on, this young man. Go back to Kenya. Why you not renting it from me? Why are you doing it? If you can listen, just listen to me. Just hold on and listen to me. So this is corporate leadership retreat in Kenya. So we are doing Kenya 13th to 18th of November, right? But the date have been shifted. This flyer is not correct. Yes, we'll drop the updated flyer on our group. So let's go to Singapore. So the next is Singapore. We're also doing Singapore. This now, what is the essence of all this trip? Not just to go and show up, buy Rolex, buy this. There are some I closed it as a result of my presence in Rwanda. One of my guests. I've never been there before. So the client saw me, I was like, oh, if you're here, and we started talking. Right on the spot, he paid money, sir. Somebody has been talking to here in Nigeria. Somebody has been talking to, so strategic partnership. When we attend seminars, training, one of my highest sales so far this year, because the year of 400 of almost 1.6 billion here at the Go Hotel, for Stephen Akintayo, when you're training like this, and the young man was there with me. So as a salesperson, you need to be strategic, and this is what GTEC and associate building of right sales incentives. Next, can you go to the next slide? That's Singapore. Please update this flyer. We updated it. Singapore is between the last week of November to first. Okay, this is the sales incentives for us in this subsidiary. We say if you sell one plot, we'll still drop this. I think it's very small, you can't see very well. We'll still drop it on our group. That's what we ask for your phone number, create a group. So if you are doing one plot, and note that this incentive changes, right? It changes. So one plot for now, we have period between now to December. If you are doing one plot, sell one plot, you earn what? The fee. The fee is our December package, where we package maybe bag of rice, oil, and all that. You see the packages, right? So we have what's up your screen. So we have different packages for different sales categories. We are selling 1 acre, what do you stand to benefit? We sell a house, what do you stand to benefit? So we have done all that. We dropping it on the group. So I want to say thank you for coming. Also, please ensure you share your contacts with your colleagues. Let us continue with this training. Let us continue with this relationship. And God bless you. Also, as a round up, on the 15th, it's very important to note that on the 15th of this month, November, we'll be having mass inspection. It comes to the office to have vehicles that will take us to Governor, get to Governor, do your videos and sales. We are ready to receive, right? Thank you. If you have any questions, I'm here to if you can now help us get the
Thank you. We really appreciate.
If you have not filled, Isaac.
Yes. Okay. Thank you so much. So, let me check if there's any question. There's no other question from the virtual audience. So I think we.
Have 1-2 minutes testimony. I think we have the leadership. Isaac, can you hear me?
Yes.
So he's asking a question as a corporate entity that wants to sell for GTEx. How do they earn their commission? Right? Is that correct? So they are a group of more than 2 persons. They are corporate entity that wants to sell for GTEx. So I'll leave that answer to Isaac. I just wanted to get involved with that.
Okay, thank you so much for that question. So regarding developers and brokerage firms that want to partner with us, we have some negotiable commission rates, and that is also based on certain things like terms on the targets, the expectations, that we also expect you to meet up to. So that's a conversation we will have. You can reach out to Kenny or Daniel. Please drop the MD's contact so we can have a meeting, on that. Thank you so much.
All right, thank you, Isaac. Any other questions? Thank you for coming. So Isaac, I've just informed. All right.
Yes, so do we have any other question? Okay.
All right, so this is the global real estate investment class, right? We have the free version and we have the paid version, right? And we also do well to drop on our group. So you can see the secrets to building wealth in 5 real estate niches and raising funds. So it's going to be an amazing time. You heard Dr. talk about this doctor's training, right? This doctor's training, you can come over to the door, why not? Want to join us virtually, why not? But please ensure you do everything to connect. Please, can we show the next flyer? Or the next flyer, the free version. Okay, please let's have their food as we go out to take a group photo. I say thank you. We are calling it a day from all of us here in Abuja, all our online viewers. Thank you for staying through. Thank you, Dr. Stevie. Thank you, our speakers, Dr. Walter, Usayo, and every other person that have stayed through. We appreciate you and say God bless you. Isaac, thank you.
Thank you so much, sir.
All right.